Cheers, COD family, it's your princess. Welcome to my live stream. And let me do all the settings here that everything is going correct. So let me unmute here myself in Discord. I have today Dark with me in the live stream here. Hi, Dark.
Princess.
Oh, it's not picking you up. Oh my God. Give me a second.
No,
My
not
settings.
again.
My settings. Microphone.
Uh-oh.
For sure, we have now a technical issue at the beginning. How I love this. I do not find my earbuds here on Discord. Give me a second.
Someone said in chat that they hear Dark.
Streamer.
They said they hear
Can
me
you say
just
something
very,
again,
very, very
Dark?
quietly.
They say they can hear.
I do not hear you at all. Something is wrong with my earbuds. Dang. Here we go again with a technical issue. Why is yesterday it worked first. I need to do a technic check before, guys. I need to do a technic check. I do not know why it's not here in my, I don't even hear it myself when anyone is talking here. Do you hear me, guys? You hear him, he's quiet. I don't hear him. That's my issue. Let me try that again. Okay, guys, I think, okay. I have no idea why this is not. I should do a technic check before next time.
Now?
Oh, now it looks better. It's just not getting my earbuds. You hear him. I don't hear them. That's crazy. I need Murder real quick. He has to help me here, guys. We get it. I hear everything. You hear everything. That's perfect. When you hear everything, it's perfect. I don't hear Dark. That's my issue. And if I plug it out, you hear it doubled from the microphone. Let me type with Murder real quick. Check output device. I did. Yeah. There is no earbuds showing.
What? You don't hear me?
I hear you via the loud thing, but not via the earbuds like I should be, you know? It's normally I have you on my earbuds, but... I have them plugged in. Okay.
You need to stop all these technical issues before your streams, Princess.
Yeah, I know. I do that in the future. Honestly, do you hear Dark double when he talks? Because I hear him via the loud thing. If you guys don't hear him double, yeah, I did try unplugging and plugging in it again. So it's probably the earbuds which are just broken. So if you don't hear him double, hi Davis, we're just going with that, without earbuds. So welcome, Dark. Officially now I hear you. That is the good thing. But I have really...
Perfect.
Let me loud you up a little bit. Okay. When you can now try say something.
Hello, again.
Perfect. Now you have the perfect volume. They should hear you. Did you plug in the red or yellow, white, right one? Change it to channel 03. That's too much. It's fine. If you don't hear him double, it is totally fine for me. So, let's have a little bit of look at the current Brink of War ranking. Brink of War, we are, I think, 160 million in trolls right here. These are here. We don't hear him double. Thank God. Once is bad enough. Oh, and then NA is here, top one right now in trolls. They are 187 million. 305 is, I think it is, let me check here in the list. I still don't get all server numbers properly. 300. Do you know the server numbers, Aldark? 305. Who is
I
that?
think 183 is A2G, isn't it?
183 is A2G, but who's 305?
That's got to be YY's team, right? Sheesh.
No, it is 305. It shows me here 05 DK.
Oh, that's why I don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew it had to be a newer generation team being that high.
But very active, right? When they are here, rank 3 and
Yeah, their players are at least logging in. I mean, nowadays it's not as much as activity as it used to be. It used to be you had to get 2 people per rally, be really careful about it, stay on and grind. Now you can just click a button and swarm all the greens with your. Well, you can just let the AI swarm all your greens by clicking a button. So now it's just basically how much CP everyone has. So I think like our members were getting a lot of between like 900 and 1 mil points after all the gemming you had to do for policies last season with the early zone 2. So I think a lot of people are getting like 1 mil points per player or so, and we have like 181 players in our team. So like it seems like maximum points we could get is somewhere around 180 to 190 mil.
yeah, I mean, it is. I think I checked earlier with Shivers, and I think BTX and Echo was kind of the same points like we had. Hi, Yukon, welcome to the stream. Isn't Yukon? Aren't you in MFD? How is your scoring going in Brink of War? I feel like, I mean, when we look a little bit personal points, I have no idea how you can get this score over here to that NA player, Biom Omala. A big shout out. I do not. I literally saved every CP. I think my points are a good reference. The only CP I used was before Zone 2 when I had to gem some policies to fight Echo last KVK. But the rest, my CP backs I saved. So I feel like, I think T-Shot didn't. He said he has 1.5 or something, and he saved all CP. So I do not know how some people have more CP, unless they played the Season 3 before, where the Timeless Treasury was.
Well, yeah, BTX is the same score as us, and Echo is a few mil down.
Okay,
So
yeah, you can
it
the
just
same
seems
here.
to be the like capish range for people who gem their policies going into the second zone.
Thanks, you can. And Jay saying NA skipped the season, right? I mean, when I remember correct, NA got forced skip the season. They were signing in for G1,
Yeah,
and then
but that was last season though. They played last season in G2.
But did they play last season? Maybe the one with the Timeless Treasure. I'm just wondering. I mean, crazy activity, and if they did it with farms,
they did not play the Timeless Treasury. They played the
Okay.
same season we did.
So maybe they have just. I mean, that is a super good activity when you look here compared to others. So we are saying like BTX, Echo is close, the others around 120 something. So NA did a pretty good job here in Trolls. We have to give it to them.
Yeah, they saved a lot of CP.
Crazy, or just using a lot of farms. I think that is probably the key to get this gap, because otherwise
Probably.
unless they have so much more main players than 200, but it's not of my knowledge, right?
Yeah, doing farms is too much work because training is what wins it anyway. So as long as your main account keep it in the range.
Yeah, Shai saying in the chat, he probably bought every CP in auction house of Behemoths to make 2.8 million points. It is really, it's crazy.
Probably. I don't know where else you would get the CP from besides auction house.
It's super crazy. It's super crazy. But yeah, I mean, train days decide. We all know that. So, but when we have here BTX, etc. in stream, Shai, is BTX going for the rank 1 in training against Echo, or are you chilling? Yeah, man, this is the highest in my KVK. Got 3.8 million points killing trolls in RFF. That's crazy. So, Dark, what do you kind of expect on training day? Will we get the maximum buff here, rank 1? What do you think?
Maybe depends how much NA wants it. I mean, in the end, it feels like pushing Brink of War is a lot more waste than it used to be with Greatest Heights only needing 5 mil to store up a coin every season. It's hard to tell your members don't save up for 5 mil to push in Greatest Heights to potentially get a skin in a few seasons rather than push a few extra points in Brink of War. So as long as people do the minimum requirement, we'll get whatever we get. Princess, are you muted?
Oh, I'm muted. Yes, you're right. You know, at least you know me. Yeah, I just do that we don't have the double effect so much. So I feel like a percent doesn't make a difference, especially when you see now you get from the Warband Warlord classes, you get that damage deal buffs up to 20%.
Yeah, whether we're third or
Yeah.
second doesn't mean anything. In my opinion, they need to increase the damage dealt you get from winning a Brink of War, because right now, like, that 1%'s not going to matter in the grand scheme of things.
I mean, last season we got the CP bonus. That was the only season we didn't get rank 1 or rank 2. Normally we got always rank 1, and one season we got rank 2 against Noir. But last season we got CP, and it was not too bad. I mean, RFF was the goat last season with the resource get
Yeah,
above.
That was
Because
the real winner of that Brink of War.
it was just a season like this, yeah, where it was better having some other, but normally but I feel like the same, they kind of need to increase that people are encouraged to do more. Because this mini bonus and now with the Brink of War changes. Yeah, here RFF member from chat saying 5% farming speed is better than fighting damage. Oh, it's EVG, not RFF, who did 3.8 million. That's great. But EVG skipped. EVG is from G3 and they skipped the KVK. So then it makes sense how that player got. Oh my God, Prochin! Thank you so much for the super chat. Brink of War is overrated. Trolls is cancer. I mean, we got
Broden's only complaining because he logs into like 8 farms and sends them to his rallies.
I mean, Broden is doing, but he did with all his, he is, I think, I mean, we got how many blessing chests in the meantime? 5?
We get a lot of chests.
I think we got 5 blessing chests. And we are finally here on the main shell. We were normally always so much splitted to work on our other shells. So I think we got 5 blessing chests or something like that. That was kind of cool for Brink of War, I have to say.
Yeah, that's the one good thing about Brink of War is the people finally have a reason to rally.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I know it is now. I mean, we did the math a little bit about the green trolls and the and if you're doing rallies, and I feel like didn't we say it's even a little bit better if you don't refresh your marches and with the 5 legions swarm the green trolls, it's a little bit better. But overall, when you do the rallies, the whole alliance profit, we got blessing chests, we got a lot of extra gifts. That is adding up, and every alliance member gets it. So I feel like that is really the way to go.
Yeah, rallying's way better. I mean, you can get more points off of swarming greens, a little bit more points, but if you do it the perfect way, but I mean, like the amount of points you get isn't going to be the difference in whether you win Brink or War or not. So I just say rallying trolls are better.
Yeah, chat is saying I'm not wasting speeds on Brink of War, just buff personal rewards and the Brink of War may be good. I mean, I agree, especially now with Great Heights with the seals. I mean, I do my minimum requirements we have here in EIS, but that's the team Wahid on top. He's already. We had our fantasy draft team fantasy draft today, so we have our internal competition teams done. Davis is asking, so when will EIS climb their alliance mobilization ranking up? We're on the way. I mean, look at this. We can this time we are on gold, and we can reach diamond next time. I mean, we had the issue that we started on that server. Doc, was it 2 seasons ago?
Yeah. I mean, we've played 2 seasons. This will be our 3rd season in the new server.
So the first 2 seasons, you were busy up-leveling your 4 main shells, right? So you have to rotate.
Yeah, with 0 shells, you had to build them all. In the first season, we only had 1.5 shells.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's why we had to rotate, and that's why we did align. But if we look, I think EIL isn't EIL gold as well.
Yeah, they're the same rank, I think.
Yeah, I think we got now we get EIS a little bit up. I think EIL is gold as well, you see. And I think EIK is not ranked too bad either. Was it Buns? Buns is bronze.
I don't know. We just kind of did mobilization in whatever team we were in.
Yes. And I mean now, I mean next time we are diamond and we are here in a good slot. And then we can unlock the diamond class next time, and then we get a legendary. So 2 more classes we need. But I feel gold is already nice. It's 3, 6, 8 tokens. I mean 4 more in diamond class and then another 5 more in legendary. So we have to see. We're gonna have 6 shells diamond rank soon. Murder saying. True. We are the first one who have multiple shells in the legendary diamond class or whatever. Yeah, RFF has 2 legendary, okay. I mean, by time we will get that as well. I mean, should I already pick one for my dailies? Or let me just accept this, time limit 12, so I have already one saved. So yeah, this is how it is going. So I feel like it is, this Rolls event brings a little bit activity back, and yeah, people are rallying. And I'm super proud of the EIS team. I feel we did really a great job. We were rallying nonstop. So a little bit to the predictions I had here. Can I share that link of my? I did a little bit of poll today. I made a post about who will win our season here. When we look a little bit at the matchmaking, it is Zone 2 will be here. It will be EIS and SV.
You should do a poll of the chat for every matchup you talk about.
Yeah, I think that is the best way. I just did one here on I did earlier because I wanted to see a little bit how the percentages are. But you're right, we can just do each matchup here a little bit on the chat, and then I want to make it that Dark makes a prediction and I make a prediction. I have here. I mean, we can look at the stats then real quick when we look at the different matchups. And then I have here, we can here make the matchup. Ooh. The MS.
Are we doing the overall matchup or the matchup of each zone?
No, we do that. We do an overall matchup, right? And then we have here Dark's prediction, we have Princess, and we have the chat. Princess, chat. So let's start with the first one. The first one we start here is, and Dark has to say first, and me too, because otherwise we may be influenced from the chat. So the first one is the yellow one. I think power-wise the biggest KVK. We have Rage WB, S2AK, Sura versus TFS WAO VP22 GDW. Power-wise, we are, I mean, this data, guys, it is not 100% perfect, but we are pretty close. So it is just a good indication. It's not, I think it's a week old or something like that, Dark? Something like this, right? I think.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think Drunk pulled it a week ago.
Whenever we pulled it before the matchups were done.
Hi, Rafid. Chat for the win, number 4 saying, we will see. So the first one to predict is we have Rage 80. They have definitely the power advantage when we look at the difference here to TFS, WAO. Merits depends, because it always depends how the season was before, but you can look here, the T5s is in favor of Rage WB. And they have also more to 100 million players.
Well,
and they
Merits
have more.
used to be a really good indication of telling how good teams were, or how, and it almost feels like it's not a good stat anymore, because all the KVKs are in such weird or different situations with the Diplos, and I mean, no one picks zone 1 anymore, so depends if your allies are next to you, if you only fight in the final zone, like, so you gotta, like, it's almost like context of how often did your team fight and what zones did you get to fight in, and so merits are almost not a great measurement anymore.
Yeah, that is true. Especially Krabby is asking here that it's Russ, why we are at 31 billion power. So the total server power includes every single account on the server, every farm, every deadweight, everything is included. And that's why we have a second reference, the top 300 players. But that still can include, but we did that for the matchmaking because that is how the devs look at it. They don't care if there is dead weight or not. They just include it in the matchmaking. That's why all this data is made by this. So let's go. So the first matchup here is matchup I only name the first ones. We make Rage, TFS. We name always the strongest ones. So, Dark, what is your prediction? Who will win?
Are you actually asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you first. You will always.
Rage and WB will win, obviously.
You said Rage. Okay.
Yeah, Rage WB.
And then Princess, I get a beautiful pink for sure. And the chat get a nice green. So I say Rage as well. And then now we can see the chat. How long do we give for the polls? Who will win?
My opinion on the matchup hasn't changed, but for some reason, after they everyone said no one would beat Rage, and then all of a sudden TFS matches them, and then you have some people backtracking and going like, "Oh, well, TFS might win." It's like, why they didn't keep that energy when they were saying Rage was a Diplo win and no one could beat them. So I still don't think TFS can win. Like, I think WB might have a chance to beat TFS. And WB would definitely beat the next camp. And I think Rage actually plays WAO's camp in Zone 2, so Rage is going to win that. And then TFS WB, I could see either one of them winning, but WB could even win that themselves.
But I was wondering, why did they put on the matchup? I saw that in Gun's video, that in Zone 2 it is Rage versus WAO, and Rage is the stronger team here, and WAO is the weaker team, and TFS versus WB. For me, that didn't make sense. Why do you not put?
I think it's because of the B teams, because they took S2AK, who was like 9 bill power. I don't know, in their main alliance anyway. And Satoro and them have leave tickets, so they're not counting in the matchmaking. So their power is actually even lower than on your sheet because of the leave tickets they've all given out. So they're counting as like a smaller B team, even though they have a lot of top tier Krakens in there. So it's probably comparing like VP22 and WoW's power to Rage and S2AK.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Hi, Gunther. Yeah, next stream, here we are. We make today the predictions, and then we have to, at the end, Dark, we have to make a little bet. Who win this? Or we have similar thoughts always, then it's not counting. So how long more we give the chat? We have already 27 votes. Let's wait a little bit more. I don't even know how much are in the stream. We cannot wait forever because we want to go through at least the main ones. Let's see. And everyone can drop a like on the stream also, if you don't mind. In the meantime, so let's see who wins. How long will your stream, Sponge saying? It depends. We will just rate so a little bit. I have to update my list anyway, and then we will rate just the main KVKs ones. It's just like Dark versus Princess versus Chat, and then we will see after the season who will win. I thought that is funny. By the way, S2AK is a team that migrated from SSG. Isn't S2AK? Yeah, that is TSGM, right? TSGM was playing in SSG when
TSGM's team. Yeah.
When we were not the last season, the season before FaceTime, TSGM was, I think she was top 1 merit player in our KVK, when I remember that correct. Gunther Office game.
STAK was a group of like 10 Krakens who left SSG. It's like TSGM, who was their #1 merit earner that season. Satoro's 1 billion power account, who's not playing this KVK, to be fair. He's got the leave ticket. And then like a bunch of other like 200 mil, 180 mil players kind of went there. And now they merged with, actually, funny enough, our Thai group and some of the people we left behind in 61 when we migrated to our new server. And now they joined S2AK with TGSM's group, so.
Yeah, I mean, I watched today Gun's video, and he was saying, yeah, TFS is ready, and he really think they can win. And I feel like it is always like this. It is everything possible. You have to see on Rage, that is what I see. It is a merge of SSG and BDO. So I do know SSG very well, and I think the SSG players are super active, but you put two leaderships together, and that can work out very well. Or that could also give some internal issues. You never know that before a KVK started and they finally need work together. So what at the beginning
I
emerges.
just
Go ahead.
I just don't think they can be so bad that the WB can't make up for the difference. WB is the real like difference maker in this KVK, I feel like.
I mean, WB is super active, but you have to see WAO got some Krakens, and they are very well coordinated as well. TFS got Toxic, they got Fluffy, they got a lot of
Everyone in
of
this
resource
KVK has
healers.
Krakens.
What do
That's
you
why
say?
it's the top KVK. I said
Yeah.
everyone in that KVK has Krakens. That's why it's the top KVK. I mean, the BDO, I guess BDO, funny. The Rage WB side has more Krakens actually.
What I win if prediction is correct. We will see. We will figure that out later. The office game we cannot gamble about anymore because guys, you cannot believe it was so funny when last night we played the office game, and I can absolutely recommend it. We had so much fun. We will probably play it later again. I'm super down for the next round. And people were messaging me because they heard in the live stream Wahid and me wanted to play the office game, and Dark was a little bit, maybe. But then people were seeing me playing the office game and were texting me on Discord and said, it seems Wahid and you made it, that you can play
Yeah,
your office game.
I ran out of CP the first night, and I was like, well, that was quick.
But you have to say, Doug, it was super fun, the office game. It was super fun.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a fun game.
Okay, let's close this vote because we have to move on. So the chat is saying da-dum. Okay, right now we are anyway. I mean, that is pretty
What
close.
was your prediction, Princess?
Rage. I already, you see here
Rage,
on my
okay.
stream, you should see it. I said Rage as well.
Okay.
So the next one we are looking is, we go here just through my list. So it is, that is the fantasy stream that I show later. We have here EIS versus 30NA team. What is your prediction, Dark? Who will win, EIS or NA team?
NA, no, I'm just kidding. I predict EIS will win that one.
I mean, that is a no-brainer, right? If you don't believe in your team by yourself. So let's see the chat. Let's see how many here. How many here? So who will win? Oh, why is it not? I need get that my mods can do that. Will win. So we have here EIS team or 30NA. Are they finally renamed in 30NA? I thought they were always named NA. So poll is up, guys. I think, Doc, you're a little bit lagging. At least for me.
Am I lagging?
Now it's away. Now it's working. I just showed the data a little bit for the people here on the stream. We have, I think NA is power-wise the better team. They have a little bit, when we compare that to the EIS here, they are in power ahead. They also, from the T5-wise, they have more T5. And they have a little bit more over 200 million players. But we have more over 150 million players. Humble drop 250 and I'll change my vote. Mods can't do polls. We went over this 10 times. I know. I think 23 hours downtime will carry NA. NA easy. Can't vote on your own. Dark, are you still here?
I'm here.
Ah, perfect.
What else is there to say? What
Yeah. I'm just wanted to make sure that your connection is good. So I feel so power-wise, T5-wise, it is not in our favor, but I think we got a good matchup. I mean, NA had a downtime when we had them as allies the last time. They definitely had a downtime, but they all. You said they got some new recruits, right? Do you know where they recruited
Yeah, they got a bunch of new recruits, and if you look at their main shell, I think they're like 24.5 billion power. I don't know where the recruits are from, so that's what the big question mark is. But the only bad thing is all 4 of the teams in their camp are Asia, so we're gonna have to fight on really annoying hours to get our merits.
Projin Offset disbanded alliance hasn't been in a KVK in nearly 3 seasons. Predict account was sold, but not to me. I do not understand what that means, Projin. Can you? Question is, will NA even decide to enter DZ, Dragon Zone? I mean, I do think they will. It kind of depends how the Zone 3 went. I mean, you can zone lock people, right?
Yes, you can zone lock people, correct?
Let's look real quick on. I mean, we are fighting NA over here in Zone 2. EIS NA team here. And then we have here A2G versus OO. And then here it depends how the zone invading is going. So YBD merge with NA. Ah, okay, there was a merge. I didn't know that, Davis. Yeah, I know your original account, Projin. You were called useless even by your alliance. Oh, Projin is everything but not useless. That I can definitely confirm. Projin is super active. You can say what you want, but I'm playing with Projin since 2 seasons, and he's active. he's active with his farms as well. I do value him a lot here. So that is tough. I don't know what is other rumors out there, but when someone talking bad about my friends, and I know it for a fact that they are online the whole time in war, I will speak up.
Projin's first KVK, I just saw them running around with 5 calves the whole entire KVK. Every time I looked left or right, it was Waros or Brojin on 5 calves next to me.
Exactly, and additional, he's beside destroying with Brojin ore and Brojin gold and Brojin bank, they are destroying enemy towers. So Murder saying typical PTX misinformation. I mean, I do not know what history they have or whatever, but I can only say Brojin deadweight. I mean, maybe we can just declare him as deadweight like DSR is, when our deadweight has a different opinion. Oh, Shai is saying it's all alliance, but I mean, you never know. All alliance members, they hold a grant or anything. I can only say about Projin playing in EIS, and I hope he never leaves. He's a super active player. The whole community know NA is all free to play and casual players. They would be better off migrating to G3. I mean, Mike, it was like a long time NA stayed for that purpose on G1. They were the ones that decided not to skip to G2 with all the other big alliances. But I feel like what I heard, they rebuild, and we will see. I mean, they formed a strong team. When you form a strong team here in G2, you want to fight. Otherwise, you go for a weaker team power-wise that you don't get paired up so high. So I kind of feel like that maybe with their merge or their additional Krakens they got, it will go wild. So we finished the vote now. We have to continue. We have still a lot of more going on here. So this one, okay. Chad is still the same opinion, EIS. Okay, let's see.
Absolutely no bias whatsoever in that vote.
No bias. No, it's not like that. That we have a lot of EIS players here. Oh no. Okay. He S-talked my alliance, so I attacked him. Fair enough, right? I mean, yeah, but you know me, Shai. I'm not a S-talker or a trash talker. I try keep it. So we go we just go with the next matchup. Here, the blue one, they are together. Echo or BTX? Who will win? Let's go for this one. Echo BTX. Dark, what is your prediction?
Echo BTX. I mean, Echo is gonna win that, like not even no contest.
What does that mean? No contest?
Means they're gonna win like 100%. There's no chance of BTX winning.
So I will say I played against Echo 2 times. I played especially last season against them. I mean, Dark, you as well. But as I said, I saw them playing. I know their resource heal mentality. If Team Echo doesn't change, in my opinion, Echo win that, because BTX is hard to judge for me. I cannot, for me, it is right now, that is just from my perspective. I need to see a team playing full force in a kind of challenging matchup, right? Not where you have the higher power, then it's easy overall others. That is why maybe BTX bring a surprise, but from my prediction is, if you ask me for my opinion, Echo will win this. So let's ask
Well,
the chat.
Yeah, I was under the opinion Echo would win against BTX last season, and Echo was like 25 bill, and BTX was like 30 bill. But now BTX is like 29 bill, and Echo's also 29 bill. So now they're even power as well. So I don't think they stand any chance whatsoever.
I'm getting the poll ready here. BTX team. Oh, hopefully no typos. And then we see what the chat thinks. I mean, when we look a little bit at the numbers, and Shai is here, he can correct me if I don't have the current right numbers, but it looks for me, power-wise, it looks pretty similar. 79.5 to 79.8. I mean, that is not
The
so.
other thing I think Echo wins the 1v1, but I also think that MFD's camp will probably beat the BR camp as well.
Hi, Joker. Welcome to the stream. Arise change. Gunther saying Arise changed people. Yeah, Arise is busy, but I have to give Arise one thing. He's very creative with memes. Every day he comes up with something new, which is so creative that is kind of crazy. Chat is saying Echo winning for sure. Echo will beat all 4 of them solo. I think BTX Echo is fighting Zone 2. There at least they put the strong ones, and then the other one is MFD and BR. Zone 2
This
fight.
guy's coming in here saying he's not spreading misinformation about Brogen. It's his old alliance's words, again, not mine. You can confirm it with him or them. Why would I need to confirm it with somebody else when he's been on my team for 2 seasons and I confirmed it myself? Brogen's super active, R4 and EIS, so he's doing great.
Okay, so T5s, total T5 VR Echo has less T5s. Look at this, 50 less T5s than BTX. But they have more 200 million player. And they have more 150 million players. So, I mean, that is kind of the matchup you really want. One has more T5, the other one has more higher Krakens.
Yeah, because the B teams that Echo took are like apparently quote unquote lower tier B teams. I haven't really looked into them. I don't know anything about those B teams.
I do know the B team EX because I played them back in the days when I was G2, the original G2, when I was playing in HP. That was a season before I joined EIS. And that in that season I was against EX and I was against EXP. EXP is the one they merged with BTR. So and in that season, EX, EXP, and EN, they did the full deployment. That is what I'm saying. But it's like it was in that season. I do understand that, and we got super close friends there, and it was still an okay season. And our allies, they really effed it up. Because they thought they can enter the Dragon Zone without a behemoth and whatever. It was a chaotical KVK. But I remember Bulbul and EX there had some good activity back in the days. But when I watched them later in KVKs, they kind of fall off a little bit. So that is all I can say. EX and HOUW are both dead, chat is saying.
Yeah,
Gunther,
so I heard the HOUW was dead rumors, especially when I was looking for allies. Everyone said that team was dead. I know nothing about that team, so. But besides, like, I watched them in one KVK, and they were the unfortunate victim of playing against, like, that Diplo win in G1 that was, like, what were the teams again? NF57, RFF, and who was the third one? I don't know. Whatever the G1 Diplo win was that season. Oh, WGL. So like those 3 that were like the top like 20 bill power teams left in G1, like I just know HOUW is on the opposite side of that, and I think they lost players after that.
I mean, that is what can happen. Gunther is saying it wasn't the deployment. Gunther, you have to admit that. we called it the 3 E's. It was EX, EXP, and EN. It was totally numbers wise. It was power wise. It was T5 Krakens wise. But I know that there were some issues that kind of like I was not in leadership at that time, but there was an Diplo issue or something like that. But it was definitely a totally overpowered win. There was not even a chance. HOUW main players went to WAO. They used to be 14 billion alliance before this. EX kicked most of their players and they are only 110 player now. Oh, okay, I didn't know that. But Bulbul is still there in the leader. Is T the R5? Shy. I think Bulbul, I just remember him. He's super active. He's 5 bombing tanks. That is what I remember. But let's close this vote as well because we have to move on, guys. Okay, the chat is saying the same. Okay, we need some different predictions. I mean, if the others win, I need to make a little bit more risky choices that I can win that at the end.
Well, I don't know. I just think the top 3 KVKs are straightforward. People say it was really good matchmaking, which I would agree it kind of was. But in the team up phase, it's pretty like typically you can kind of tell which side's going to win, like just looking at the matchup.
As I say, I'm just not sure here, Rage, SSG, how that all works out, but I feel like both brought really good players in. So as you said, even if there are some issues or something like that, and not everything going smooth directly at the beginning, they should still make that power-wise. But we also know TFS, WAO, I mean, they really looking forward to that matchmaking now as well and giving their everything. And we know Jason. Jason is he will resource heal a lot that season. So
Jason. That's why I picked Rage to win.
So the next one we go here is the 25 IW matchup versus ROV. Chi here, the data is wrong. That's why we cannot really compare them. But I expect them much higher, Chi than it is Greymark because the data is, I don't know why Chi got always, hi Blade, welcome to the stream. Shai saying Bulbul and Albar still in EX, okay. Then we will see them play next season. So the ROV versus 25 IW. 25 IW versus ROV. What is your prediction, Doc?
I think the 25 IW camp's gonna win it.
Oh.
I think they're all Viet camps, right?
Yeah, you need to say something different like me.
I mean, look at their numbers. They have extreme activity. They have a ton of people. ROV looked terrible last season with TFS and WB. I don't know. Like, I watched them the season before, too, and kind of wondered where they were at. But they also had their own, like, peace zone between the 4v2. So they didn't get to do a lot till Final Zone. And then Final Zone ended so quickly, you didn't really get a view of them. But last season, ROV didn't look that good. GG, I mean, we all know GG. I just don't think they can beat the 25 IW team because I know that they're super active and they're a full Viet camp, I think. So their time zone's going to be heavy. And they have the 25 IW kind of gives me like RFF vibes where they just overwhelm with a lot of numbers.
Yes, approaching their ROG. I think that is that the main shell was king at that moment. That's when we pulled it. So, Dark, your prediction is 25 IW?
Yes.
I'm same. I'm sorry. Because, I mean, I do not know. I can say my information before we make the poll. I feel the same. I watched 25 IW. That is kind of a crazy activity. IW as well. Then Seal and Lion, I watched both as well. Both super. They are, in my opinion, good B teams here. What they got. And then when they are all Vietnamese teams, the communication could be good. And here, I think ROG was decent, but not that you say, wow, last KVK. Chi, I feel like they are falling off a little bit. I do not know. I heard some people also left there. I do not know. I have to be honest, the last time I saw them was in the 2 versus 4 KVK against Echo and BDO, and they were okay. But yeah, I don't see that they make the difference to win this. So, yes, I'm at 25
mean,
IW as
Yeah,
well.
I mean, if GG and ROG want to prove themselves, this is the KVK to do it. Because, I mean, right now they're on a downward trajectory on their teams, I would say.
I mean, ROG just didn't have the numbers last KVK sometimes. That is what, maybe I was watching the wrong times. Let's bring up the poll real quick. Maybe I was watching at the wrong times, but sometimes they had really not enough members on the field. So let's see. I mean, I was wondering that they got paired, but it was just probably because. So I think the T5s are this probably not the correct numbers either here, right? Because GG the data pool was not correct. Because look at them, they have close to 700 T5 players, the 25 IW.
GG just won last season against NTS MM. You think 25 IW is better than NTS? Well, I don't think just because GG beat NTS MM last season, it means they're better. I mean, it just means their 3 teams were better than the other 3 teams. Did GG beat NTS in a 1v1? I don't think that was the case.
Blade is saying hi to you, Dark. Number 4 saying I was an IW. D10
I think 25 IW would give NTS a really good fight. I don't know who would win that one. NTS will be a lot stronger next season when they finish their merger. I think 25 IW against NTS this season would be 50-50.
So NTS is merging with MM, right?
Yes, they've only partially merged, and then next season they're going to finish the merge.
Chat saying no, I misclicked at the vote. Yeah. then it is what it is. Asia versus NA team. I mean, that is my only I mean, if you are so strong, if you build a whole Asia team and you make so much progress in your uptime that you can have a downtime, it is fine, right? So because I mean GG has their downtimes as well. That's what they are mostly Europe, I think, GG, or at least back in the days. It is a long time, it is still some time. And ROG, I do not know, are they an A? Mostly? I do not even know that.
Is who?
ROG, ROV, are they an A or are they Europe?
I don't know what ROG is. I know they're a mix of Europe and NA, if anything, and I know GG's heavy Europe.
And is AS, is that the old AC, DC, AC? Which kind of?
I don't know.
Because where are they? I think BXS fighted them one season and they won against them.
Yeah, I think that's AC, isn't it? I believe so.
AC, yeah, but where are they? We have not even all teams together yet. So, oh my God, the vote is so close and people misclicked. ROG got this when you're saying is Venue maybe a little bit biased because of Lady K?
Well, that's criminal, actually.
That's criminal, actually. ROG is heavy casual time. ROG is NA mostly, okay. I think RAC, BDO, SSG, Echo Season make GG tired. Blade thing. Yes, it is AC.
I mean, I might be biased too, because I watched what RFF could do with numbers, and so if I think the 25 IW team will bring a lot more numbers.
Collect Venue being biased confirmed 100%. Okay, so this vote is the closest one we had since now from percentage wise. This is a super close vote, but we in 3. It's 50-50 because I misclicked Gunther. Yeah, but I mean, we need to close it and take it. I mean, I think one wouldn't change that, right? Oh, look, Venue partner in crime is here. Who is Venue's partner in crime?
Vote fast and they're gonna vote because we talk over the matchups and then move on. So
they said 25 IW as well, but that was a very close vote. Very close vote. Next one. Next one, we have the NF57 EVG SG97 14BS versus RFF 21SW RP and SPA. So NF57 team versus RFF.
You
NF.
asking me?
So you are first again, Dark.
Well, obviously I'm gonna pick RFF to win that one. I watched them last season. They have way over the 200 player cap, so they have a lot of players on the field. I think they're paired with other Viet teams who they consider probably active. I've played NF57 before. Who else was in their camp though? I need to see the full camp. Princess, you muted again?
Oh yeah, I'm muted, thanks. So we have here the camp. I brought up the poll beside that. They can already vote and they have a little bit more time. So NF57 EVG. EVG is a G3 alliance, which
Yeah.
skipped. Have a lot of EDS players, old EDS players. Mert from leadership there, Denny's there. So
I saw EVG. They look decent, but I
Yeah,
don't
they
know
go-
anything about them. They're from G3. Typically, G3 teams are not on the level of the other teams. So I just don't know anything about them. They'll get to show themselves as KVK. I do know NF57 and I know RFF, and I somewhat know the supporting teams. And just looking at numbers, that's why I'll take RFF.
EVG stacked a lot of resources.
I mean, NF57 even beat ROG. That's kind of why I lost my. That's kind of why I picked my last matchup for the 25 IW group, because I don't think NF57 is that great of a team either.
I do not know how they are in the meantime. I mean, when we fight at NF57, I mean, that was 9 months ago or something like this. And we beat them, but at that point, I felt like they had not a bad activity. The only thing they had at that point was T-Force. They had a lot of T-Force, so they couldn't heal so much up in our zone 2 that they could kind of made it back. But I feel like
NF50.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. I don't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Well, NF57, like, they had really good activity. They've never been a low activity team. They bring high activity on the field. That's never been their issue. It just seems like when they're up against a hard matchup or things aren't going well, a ton of their players log off. And so their problem seems to be giving up. And like, so for example, like, we beat them in zone 2 in 3 hours and they just left the zone. We went on to fight them later on and beat them in less than a day again in their zone 3 when we invaded. And then the next KDK, they got matched against NTS's camp in the team up phase, and they dodged zone 2 and they dodged final zone, and they only fought the opposite team than NTS. So and then last season they beat ROG, but it seemed to be a close fight between the two of them. So I just don't see them. I mean, RFF beat RAC. RFF had brought crazy numbers to the field, so I just think RFF team is gonna pull that out there with RFF leading.
So I just think I give you that point when you say a G3 team coming to a G2 has always a disadvantage. I agree, but since they have a lot of people from EDS, they original G2, so that kind of is kind of equal it out for me personally a little bit. When we look numbers-wise, power-wise, we have 73 billion power here to 65. I mean, 8 billion power. I don't know how accurate this data is, but 8 billion power difference is definitely here. So then we have, but we have kind of similar T5s. And we have also similar 200 million plus. Let's look here, but NF57 team has 24 over 150 to 6 here in the RFF team, and 31 125 million plus to 59. So I feel like, so let's look. Dark side RFF. To spice it a little bit up, I go for the other one. I go for the NF57 EVG team. We need some disagreement at some point, otherwise no one can win at the end. Even if I agree with you, RFF is an amazing team. RFF is an amazing team. But let's see. I feel here a little bit in favor. They have it depends how much they resource on everything. So the vote is going very close here, but in the chat it was 50-50 at some point. NF57 just don't have the players spending on mana to resource heal. Gas out on free heal and call it a day. I mean, that is what I don't know either. That's why it's a little bit a risky pick. NF is having bad tactics and short active time. But I saw NF57 last season fighting against ROG, and there they clearly won, activity-wise as well.
Yeah, they won, but did you watch the actual PvP on the field?
Yeah, I mean, but it was from both sides, not the top thing, you know?
Well, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Just because they won doesn't mean they looked good. But my thing is like, I'm not here to slander NF57. Like they had extremely high activity against us. It went away so quickly. Like it died off very fast. And so like RFF last season, though I guess like I don't know how RFF is on their downtime. They only fought us on their prime time, and RAC was already on their prime time. So maybe they have a weakness in their downtime. I'm not sure about that.
I feel like that chat is saying the same, that is the closest matchup. Both are very, and WT Focus from RFF saying they used a lot of resources last KVK, and that is also true. That is also RFF.
But yeah, RFF resource healed a lot. I was actually surprised they kept resource healing, but they resource healed a lot in our KVK for sure.
Prochin, much love and thank you for the super chat. Vote and like. You're the cutest, Prochin. Thank you so much. Prochin is a cutie. He really is. How long ago was NF57 and EIS? I think that was 4 seasons ago, Doug. Correct me if I'm wrong. Last season was the boring one. The four before. Last season was the boring one.
3 seasons ago.
Yeah. 4. We had 3 seasons in the meantime. 4.
Yeah.
4.
Wow, time flies.
Time flies for real. It was my second.
But I think they've I mean NF57 when they played us were higher power, and they even had another camp in there, camp with them when they played against us.
Dark question for you. How many season is it for me in EIS, you think? How many numbers of KVK I played in EIS already?
5.
Yes, it's my 6th now coming ahead. Over a year, I mean EIS.
Yeah, the time flies. I mean, the KVKs are shorter now, so you'll start to see that number go up and up and up.
Oh my God, that vote. I feel bad to close it now. It's at 50. Oh, 50-50. Okay, we cannot close it, guys. We need one more vote. I cannot close it in a 50.
Put your votes in over the next 2 minutes and it closes. Vote.
Yeah, vote NF57 humbled EIS. Guys, we want to go to the next vote. Okay, we have a 51. We have a 51. So we can 3, 2, 1 close the vote. The vote changed, guys. The vote changed. It was NF57 team before, and it's RFF. I feel like I just put NF. I feel like this is the most balanced matchup, but I need to sometimes to have a different opinion than Dark. So we need to go ahead. Just take UHA humbled MFD. What does that mean when they say that with that humbled Dark? Can you explain me that? What that means?
Well, that's you can just trolling. Humbled means man, how do you explain humbled to somebody?
Because they said NF57 humbled EIS and UHA humbled MFD.
Means like making someone lose their ego is like humbling. If I don't know if that's a good way to describe it or not.
So NF57 made EIS lose their ego?
Yeah, say like bring a team down to earth, right? Like let's say a team's talking about how good they are and then they go out and lose. You would like humble that team.
Okay. I only know humble from humble pie, and I know the normal humble meaning, but in that context. So okay, let's go to next one. So we have this one, we have this, and I have not even next one. We go here. We go BXS. We have the matchup BXS KOV. BOM LPG here versus OMG. Who is OMG? I have never heard of them, to be honest. Or did they renamed? RAC, GPX, and BOM. Do you know who? Oh, is that Luno?
Luno did rename. I don't know their new name.
Is that Luno? Oh my God, it's Luno. Yes, it is. It is here because server 5 was an old Noir server. I know that from the KVK. So, Shadowblaze humbled you.
Hey, Chesco humbled Yukin. That's all I gotta say.
You can humble Dark. Then Murder saying Shadowblades humbled Yukin. I did not get the
Luno
trend.
changed their name to OMG.
Okay, so it's Luno, right? Okay.
Yes.
That is a good one as well. So let's look at the numbers. BXS KOV is not bad either. So we have 65 billion power versus 66.7. 645s here versus, oh my God, here's something wrong. Here is the T5s, 552. 552 to, okay, so BXS team has more T5s but less power. Let's look here, the high numbers. 8 to 15, 42 to 18. So the high power players, it is in favor of the Luno RAC team. So, next one is RAC BXS. Dark, you can start with your thoughts and I will put up here the poll.
RAC BXS, you said?
Yeah, BXS versus RAC. If you need see numbers,
I need to know I need to know 4 teams in each one.
I just said them. You're not listening.
No, I had to walk away for a second.
That's fine. I show you. I just bring up here the poll that it not takes forever.
Yeah, you can bring up the
RAC
poll.
team.
I just need a second to. You can make your prediction while I'm looking.
Yes. So the poll is up. So here we
The
look.
data doesn't look accurate, and also I heard few players from OMG is moving away mid-season.
Okay, that is.
That means they're going to G1 or G3. That's lame.
So Dark, this is the BXS. BXS, KOV, BOM, LPG, 65 billion power, 645s. And the RAC team is here, Luno, RAC, GPX, BOM, 66.7 billion, 552 T5s, but they have higher power players here. You see the numbers higher.
Yeah, I mean, they had higher powered players last season, too.
Yes. I have already my prediction. Do you want to? I will say mine.
Yeah, okay, I was about to say mine, but you can go.
Okay, you can say yours.
I'm gonna take BXS to win that one. I think just the RAC team I watched last season. I mean, I hope RAC improved. I wish them the best, but RAC should have lost to RFF. They made a no bashing agreement in the middle of the KVK, so I don't know if they just don't want to take deads or what the deal is there. But they have a lot of accounts changing names and switching owners, and I just don't know. I'm gonna take BXS there. I don't know much about KOV, and I know BXS is on the upcoming, and they're doing better in recruiting some other good players, and they have a lot of our old players and stuff. So I just know people there, and so I would bank it on BXS.
Yeah, I did the same. Oh, Danny is saying BXS have D&D in the camp, not anymore BOM. I think they changed. Okay, we have to change that here. Then it is. Then this one has to be changed. I marked that real quick for me, red. Then I know that in future. So BOM, because I see them. BOM is here. Maybe Drunk and me when we looked a little bit. And hey, Box is here. Box, are you still playing in SSG now? Rage in the top KVK? Colleague saying, I wonder where the Angry Group went. Would be cool to know. Angry Group left and Dustin Group left. I mean, Dustin Group went to Echo, right?
I don't think Dustin's group went to Echo. I think just Dustin did.
Just Dustin.
A lot of Dustin's group is still in RAC.
Yeah, and the Angry Group joined EIS, and we're so happy to have the Angry Group. Yeah, DSR saying Dustin went solo. Bomb changed teams last moment. Interesting, Joker. And we GP against them now. So, okay, let's see what the chat is thinking. I mean, that was the only one where it did a different. But here, so this one, I think, RAC for me last season, it was like they didn't bring on the field what they couldn't. So if they not change a lot in leadership, mentality-wise or whatever, I don't know. So Luno lost Fluffy. There is a lot of, and when I hear that from Raffit, that there are more people are leaving. Joined a lower KVK for a while, didn't know where to go. Oh, Box, why didn't you message me? Why didn't you message me? What's better,
I
angry
take
or
the
rage?
more people leaving comments with a grain of salt because people say that about us every season.
Yeah, Box was playing a long time. Might just go back in a season, just busy in real life. Okay, and I understandable. And then colleague saying, what's better, angry or rage? I do not know that. What he means with that, Doc, do you understand, colleague?
I mean, I think he's making a pun on angry and rage, kind of mean similar meanings in the English language. I don't really know what he means though.
Colleague, I do not understand your joke, but let's see what the chat thinks. We give 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the vote will be closed now. And the chat is saying BXS as well. Box, I will message you on my return. I can bring our group. Box, I would really like to play one day with Box is a person. I think we meet each other in VC in official COD VC. I think I was in a long time not there anymore. And then we were talking, and it was back in the days, and then SSG was our enemy, and then SSG was our allies, and so we know each other. Right? Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh my God, thank you. Much love, Raffit. Much love. Thanks so much. Venue, Box, who is your group? Don't answer, Box. He's just looking out for the girls. So, which is the next one we rank? Oh, that is an interesting one as well. So the next one we will rank is NTS-MM 1UP-BEK versus NW, UHA, ROD, and HTF.
I heard the second team. I did not hear the first team.
NTS?
Oh, NTS MM.
Yes.
1UP.
Yes.
Okay.
So power-wise, it is an NTS favor, group favor.
Yeah.
Numbers-wise also.
I think everyone knows where my vote's going on this one.
So we have here NTS. I mean, NW was not bad last season. They played in the KVK of BXS. I watched them. They were really good. UHA was, in my opinion, last KVK not good. They got overall by 25 IW, I think. Was it 20? Yeah, I think. So NTS power like waves up and down and repeat. Yeah, NTS, I mean. So I put a poll up here and Dark can think in the meantime.
I need to think. I know my vote.
You don't even need to think.
No.
NTS team. And then we have the NW team. Poll is up. We go here in the sheet. So, okay, then come with your prediction, Doug.
NTS team is going to win.
Yeah, same. I think that's a pretty clear one because just numbers.
I mean, they also have the power advantage, and even if they didn't have the power advantage, I would be kind of leaning on taking them. I mean, I know NTS, and even though they might have a downtime, people like to troll them for, etc., they're very, very coordinated and very, very active on their uptime. They got some MM players who are on their downtime, and they're working with MM, who they're going to merge with next season, so their coordination should be really good. So NW, you said looked good. I don't know a ton about them, and I've heard they're decent, but UHA, I don't know a lot. I hear a lot of bad things, but I've seen they seem to have a lot of top tier fighters there. I was looking into their team, and they had a lot of high merit earners. So, but I gotta go with NTS MM. I know NTS is going to be extremely coordinated when they're fighting.
That is what I absolutely can confirm, in my opinion, because that is when it comes down, power is one thing, but the other thing is definitely coordination. And we know we were allied with NTS, and when they play on the field, etc., everything is super organized. Everything is very good handled from the leadership there. I know Mark as a wall lead. I had Mark as wall lead by myself when I was playing on the test server where the content creators had that global match versus China. And that's how I know Mark, and that's how I know how NTS is organized. And UHA really was not in their greatest form last season. NW was good and decent, but it was not like that they could push BXS a little bit, yes, but it was not like they were overrolling them. So yeah, so I'm definitely for the, oh my god, the vote. It was never so clear. The vote. I think we can.
I mean, I think everyone just knows. Like,
Dechen Gaming saying NTS Diplo win, no question about it, not even close. But that is not a Diplo win. I mean, they formed a team. They didn't know they come against NW, right? So it is not really a Diplo win. It is just like they formed a team. They could also could get matched against BXS or so. Could have happened as well.
mhm.
But NTS MM still lost to Chi and A team last season. Crazy, right? I didn't watch that KVK, to be honest. I really didn't. Did you watch that, Doug, or anyone here from EIS?
Which KVK?
Yeah. The
Which
NTS,
KVK?
the NTS MM versus Chi and A, where
I didn't spend a lot of times watching it. I did take a peek to see where they were on the map and what was going on. So that's all I know about that. I just watched a tiny bit. I didn't spend a lot of time on it.
who changed their vote out of sympathy. Progen saying, yeah, they say they were fighting with Ash at the same time. Box, everyone want Box on their team, best cheerleader. Yeah, Box, you need definitely text me, and we make a voice chat when you want to come back in the game. Box is a cool player. I will love to play with you. Okay, I think we can we can close that vote as well. It was at 1 out of, we are going 9. Sometimes there's a percentage missing when it's unequal. So the chat is saying NTS as well. So I'm the only one who went one time for a risky decision, Dark. You played a safe game here.
I don't think
in the
well,
matchups.
not the safe game. It's just who I think will win.
I know, but I had to take some one time another one. We cannot agree on all. So
Okay,
which
well,
one we?
that's up to you. I'm just picking who I think wins.
Yeah. So the
But I
next.
already told you at the beginning, I think this kind of matchup system where you have the team up phase is like nice and all to prevent Diplo wins, so you guarantee good fighting, but you can already kind of look at the matchup at the start and know who wins.
Isn't
So
that
that's the flaw of having the team up phase.
isn't
Like you kind of know going into the KVK who's winning, who's losing. Very rarely will that flip.
isn't that the team XRNS? Didn't they get forced skipped or something like this?
Who?
There's one team who has to skip, right?
So
Because
they got, I don't know what their resolution was. They were getting skipped, but I think it was resolved, but I don't know what's going on with that.
I do not. Does the chat know that, or anyone here in EIS voice? Why does it sound like Dark is on the toll? No, it's not on me. It's not on me. They didn't
it's
get
not on
skipped,
you.
Blade saying? Okay, then I have maybe wrong. So, but we can go with the next one. And now it comes to the point where I think Dark. I don't even know if you know them all. We have IR, we have ED, RSYN, KEN, PO, OTC, FGBB, and KOD. So I would say here, let's go for the stronger ones. We go for FG here, and we go a little bit more here on the IR side. So IR team or FG team? IR team or FG team?
Our team.
I will show the data soon again. I just make real quick the poll.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking here.
I hope that is still correct. He had.
Oh, wait. Those top 300 power numbers are a lot different. But yeah, I was going to pick FG anyway because I kind of know FG. I don't know the other teams. But that power difference is pretty big. So, yeah, I think it's pretty obvious. It should go to the FG camp unless they just have no activity.
Where's Trick? We have normally here Trick, and we have Gunter here. We have a lot of IR people here. Let's see if they vote for their team. But you are very correct. The power advantage for the FG team is crazy. When our data is correct. POTC
that's a
look
big
good
gap.
in VC, bro. What do you mean look good in VC?
He said WC World Chat.
Yeah. But how can they look good in World Chat? Are they talking much?
Yeah, he's saying they shit talk.
Oh. Okay. But that's not good. That's nothing I reward. I reward fighting on the field. For me personally. POTC had a silver and their leader had to step out of R5. I didn't know that WT focus. Sometimes I really miss the whole drama. My best PvP is while I'm dropping the kids off at the pool.
Civil Wars are funny to me. You don't really see those often. I've heard of only a couple of them that's ever happened. The main one I know is the TFS one when they kicked him out of when they kicked Jason out of the server and told him to migrate.
You mean the Civil War?
Yeah.
Wasn't Guns
You don't hear of
streaming
those
that?
very often.
That is true.
Yeah, Guns was streaming that. He wasn't there at the time. I think he streamed it. I think a lot of people streamed it. It was like Ancients versus a small group of TFS that was fighting back. And then Jason got kicked out of the server. They took his king. They told him to leave the final zone and migrate out. And him and like 30 players migrated to create the TFS that is now.
Okay. Other guy said POTC had a civil war and drama, but I said the alliance looked chill and good, but put together in VC. So the thing is for me, ED is not bad either, but not outstanding. Numbers wise, it's the same for me like Darksan. FG's just all numbers you look is just so much higher. So even if I do like IR a lot, and I know Trick the leader, and I know a lot of amazing people there. Oh, my friend, I'm about to say just IR because I have so many friends there, but then it would not be a real prediction, right? It would be Guns was in Nora at the time. Yeah, I think it was after the season. It was when EIS and BXS was versus TFS and Nora NAP season, and then in TFS. Engines and Jason TFS, they kind of split up and they had that kind of, I think it was not a big civil war, to be honest. When I was looking at that video.
The TFS side was very small because a lot of the TFS members joined the Ancient side. It was like 300 versus 80 or something like that.
Wait, we can kick Dark out of the server, Joshua. Now I know what you mean.
Go ahead, try, Joshua.
That's why he typed BRB. I was like, why is he telling me BRB in the stream? But yeah, now it makes sense in the whole context. Now I know why you said to me, Dark, that Josh is sometimes a little bit toxic. Because I feel like Josh is such a sweet person, at least to me always.
That's because he's a simp.
Then I will make both of you lose this. That's good, Gunter. That's a good attitude. I mean, I'm happy for my, I have so many friends in IR. So, but Josh is sweet. Yes, Venue, he is.
Hey, and anyone we're voting against is willing to prove us wrong. It's a good feel, but I'm only picking what I think matchup's going to win.
Okay, so we have here the FG team. The chat says FG as well. So now just beat all. Astonished saying, Joshua, let's go. How we get him out.
I'll start by kicking Josh and Astonished, and we'll begin the Civil War. We'll see who wins.
Okay, guys, now I have no clue anymore who is there one team left? But if then someone in the chat has to tell me. I could only gather all the infos together someone sent to me. And with Drunk, I'm working in the data, but I feel like the biggest ones we definitely have. But if anyone know, this is why you're the best princess, Josh, thanks. Do a poll, is Josh sweet or toxic? That is a good poll. We go for that. Is Josh sweet or what was it? Is Josh sweet or toxic? I mean, is he sweet or is he toxic? To me, he is always sweet, so that is all what matters to me. And I feel like he's very chilled in chats. He's always awake very long. That's why sometimes he's with the morning VC crew. That is dark. Mostly you sleep at that time, and then Joshua is still, because I think he's West Coast. Yeah, I know where he's from. I'm not saying.
Shouldn't be able to
Gunter.
morning VC. He's West Coast. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
if he stayed up late, I guess.
Yeah, he stays up because he West Coast, and he's a little bit, for him it's very late night. For us, it's all the morning.
Yeah, when I'm on at 3 or 4 in the morning, he's still on for his time. So
Murderbot is the simp in this poll. Dogs propaganda. Josh saying, at least I'm not first to get kicked. That weight on top. These are saying, I mean, so guys, I think that is we definitely rank the most KVKs. I mean, the only one where I definitely chat. Can we agree that COD community chat? I mean, it's not whole COD community, and Dark agree fully. Isn't that cute? I just had one, but to be honest, I think here RFF is also super close, but we will see. We needed one difference here. But here we can look now, guys. Okay, now we come to the most important part. So how do I make that a little bit? So we have a fantasy draft in EIS. Maybe, Doug, do you want to say something about that? You can better explain
say
it.
what?
Something about what we do here. I showed now our list.
We just
Yeah.
draft. We just do a fantasy draft, like a fantasy football or fantasy sports team, and 4 captains are picked for the season, which I use to do my call outs. They make their own team names, and I use them in my call outs for war. And they go and pick members one at a time, and then when the draft is over, you just basically play the season out and see what team wins and merits, tank merits, resource heal, deads, etc.
I'm trying to figure out, I can do it a little bit smaller, but I'm super afraid I'm messing here everything up, but maybe a little bit smaller helps. That you guys can see all here. Yeah. We figured it out. So we are doing that every season. First we have a new theme for the season. It is Pirates. Pirates is the new season. KPC just tuning in, but is your data still off? GG sitting around 21 billion power in main shell.
Yes, GG's power is still not accurate and it's
Yeah.
not fixed.
Yeah, GG's power is still not accurate. So yeah, so that is what you're doing. So in my spreadsheet, when we looked at this, let's go back real quick. So GG was not correct. That's why it is here marked gray. Where is GG? Here. It is not correct. It is, like you said, 20 or 21 billion here. But we were talking right now, where is my fantasy team? Let's go back to this one. We were definitely talking here about our fantasy teams. So what we're doing is we have that 4 teams, and KJ, A-Girl, Wahed, and Mimo picked their team members. I am in team KJ, so for sure this will be the strongest team next season. So we make different stats. So when EIS data team pulls the stats, they pull it for the whole KVK. You're very welcome, KPC. And then we also do it for our team. So we have a little bit of internal competition. We have the pirate theme, so I'm not saying our name yet. I don't know if they are already announced. Can I say the team?
It's official, yeah.
Is it? So I can say Team KJ is Team Sparrows. So do you know the other names, Rafet?
Team Nemo's Black Pearl.
Yeah, Black Pearl is Mimo. Yeah, and Wahed is
Penguin
Wahed
Know
is
your own
Penguin
team's
Pirates.
name?
Wahed is Penguin Barrett.
Yeah, Penguin.
Team A-Girl is the Greyjoys.
Okay.
So Greyjoy, Black Pearl, Sparrow, and a team I'm not going to name.
The Penguin
Doesn't
team
matter.
you're
Team-
not naming? Why
KJ
you not name the
is the best.
Penguin team?
That team will be called Wahed's team the whole season.
No, Penguin team, you have to.
Nope, I do not have to. There's no rule that says I do.
Oh, dark. But you also said we don't play the office game, and look where we got.
True. And then my CP ran out and I got bored.
But I feel like it's cool. I mean, when I looked a little bit power-wise, there is a little bit of advantage in Team A-Girl and Team Mimo. But Team KJ will rock that. That is my team. I will definitely contribute a lot here.
Exactly.
There might be a total power advantage, but KJ's got some big hitters over there.
Yeah, we have Agagas, Humble, Coco. But the list was super confusing me because it was not in the raw where people picked. It was not power wise. It's a little bit. That's why I think it's not alphabetic.
Yeah.
No, it's not
I mean,
alphabetic either.
I don't know. It used to be. I don't know how it was done this time because I was sleeping very well while you guys were drafting.
I know. I was spending,
So-
but I thought I don't call you because in a war it's something else. But I thought the draft we can do by our own, and we got it. We got it.
Was Onyx there? Onyx was supposed to come help.
Oh, it's yeah, but it was like the Onyx was not there, but it was a little bit unfair. I feel for the new people to pick because they had only the merits from last season, and we all know last season 3-4 days of fighting is not really a reference.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But we did that last season too. It was only the merits from last season that Aga had to go off of.
Because I had my morning coffee with Wahid and she was saying, yeah, she got a list here. And I said, okay, what is the numbers? And I said, okay, that is only from last season. You cannot really take that as a reference. If you want to know what the good players are, you need really go a season back or 2 seasons, the last 2 seasons before, because there we had fighting from the beginning till the end.
She asked for it because A-Girl had all those statistics.
So it is maybe a little bit, that is what I think, but when you helped Wahid, and I think Aga was fine. Aga was doing the picks for KJ.
I don't.
Yeah.
It's slightly yes, but at the same time, if you have stats from last season, all of our team had the same amount of fighting, so you can still
Yes.
judge players off of their stats.
But if there was, for example, one fighter really vacation buys or something very important, not there, then you cannot keep
Yeah,
up.
but
You can.
there's that every season. But at the same time, like the new players will probably look better because they had more fighting than we did.
Yes, but you have to see when you miss 1 day out of 4 days fighting, and you maybe missed a mock war of 2 hours. We had one mock war. So when you miss 1 day out of 4, it makes more difference than when you miss 1 day out of 30. So that is still. Hey, they don't know my merits, Josh saying. Okay, guys, this is our fantasy team. This was the prediction for today. Angry probably had choose merits because of all the REC fights. Yeah, they had WT focus. I think Angry Jack and Angry Tense is in Team Wahid. It's so hard to
Yes,
find.
they are.
Yeah, I definitely know it was because we wanted to keep them together. So Wahid made sure that it works out. Yeah, we're looking forward to a great season, to a great KVK, and thanks for everyone here participating on the votes. Dark, do you have anything else to say? I mean, we can make one last look. Let's go back to game.
Not really until the KVKs get going. I mean, Brink Awards are only on troll days. There's not much to look at. Training day will be the big Brink Award days to look at everyone's stats because that kind of determines who wins the Brink Awards. I just wonder. I am curious to see how many teams still have Krakens or Whales spending 20 mil plus power pushes with the new skin system, or if people are gonna save for the greatest heights instead.
I'm curious about that as well because and especially when if they would make that cool buffs, like you get a 10% and maybe a 5% and a whatever, or 15, 10 and 5, then it looks different. Then people would push here and even that 5 universal token 50, I do not know. There's every strongest lord is better. Yes, it is universal tokens, but if we're honest, yeah, if you can use it for the hero, you get what, rank 1 in strongest lord, you get 200 or something like this, or 100. I never did, so I think 200 you get on the strongest lord. So yeah, that is not really Yeah, so let's see how the training will go. Warhead wants to win with the power of friendship and Jack to carry us. Okay. So thanks everyone for joining the stream. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. At 200 WT Focus, thank you so much. You always help me out, guys. Tomorrow, train day. I can recommend you do that. What I do, I have the reserved legions ready, and they are ending directly after reset. So, oh, I have a lot of mails to check here, a lot of red dots. So yeah, let's see how that goes. I will definitely update you the next days, especially training, how it is going, if people do more training or not. I mean, you can't blame the people anymore, in my opinion, since they changed Great Heights. So thanks everyone for being here. I wish you tomorrow a great start in a new week, and subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification, then you know when I will go streaming again soon. Happy gaming and much love, your princess.